Hey guys, it's Candice Cruz for Red Carpet Report, and we are at the 2019 Ace Eddie Awards in Beverly Hills. Hi, how are you? Candice, nice to meet
Candice,
you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm obsessed with this film.
Oh.
I have to say that because it was fantastic. The story itself is so powerful. What was it that really drove this script to you? What drove all of it? Because it's based off the book, obviously. Yeah.
For me, when I read the book, I love the book. It has a lot of different things going on in there. But what really motivated me was the story of Rachel Chu, Asian American woman going to Asia for the first time. I grew up in the Bay Area under the Chus. I'm a Chu myself. And going to Taiwan for the first time with my family, I understand that idea as an Asian American going back to your roots. Is your homeland?
Yeah.
And then feeling like you're a part of it, but not part of it at all, and feeling sort of the in between, and the cultural differences of going to school and also going home. And so I love that. I think that there's a very universal story there, and I'm glad that it spoke to people.
No, I think that that's amazing. And I mean, obviously there's the conversation of inclusion, but what I love so much about the story is that it doesn't necessarily matter the racial undertone. Like, that's amazing that there's finally a film for an entirely Asian cast. And I'm assuming most of your crew was all Asian.
Yeah,
correct?
I mean, we're shooting in Malaysia, in Singapore, so we had an amazing crew. But that's the thing, I think the specificity created the universality. And we understood that everybody has a mother-in-law that is very protective and loves the family and has very specific motivations that can be seen as in a different way. Everyone wants love. Everybody feels alone and out of place in certain things. So I think it's about being a human being, and I think that's what the power of movies is. So you're not alone in your struggles. So.
Well, the film was, it was a wonderful long movie. I mean, it's over 2 hours, correct? It's two something?
It is about 2 hours.
Yeah, about 2 hours. So, but there's a lot of elements of color and everything. What was that for you? Was that bringing in specific cultural elements? Was it the way that they shot it? What was it to bring those colors? Because it was so bright and vibrant, and you just felt warm when you're watching it.
Yeah, what we've seen in media usually with Asian stories is that's very ancient reds and golds. But we really wanted, when you go to Asia, it's very different. It's very colorful. When you look at the old videos of musicals that they had, they were they were beautiful. They looked like they were old Hollywood films. So we really wanted to bring that sort of Technicolor feel to the world and reflect what's actually there. Especially in Singapore specifically, it has this tropical deco feel, and it's not about the reds and the golds, although those are very important elements. There's the green. There's that jade, there's that all oranges and that blue, and I think color is a big part of it, so it was fun to do that.
I could talk to you all day about this film because I feel like there's so many different things to talk about. But my last question was, with the performances, what was it that stood out of a specific performance? Because a lot of people have been talking about when they're editing, they're looking for the truth of the performance. Is that what draws you? Is there specific things that you're like, I have to get a certain shot in order to tell the story? What is it?
Yeah. Well, I'm really lucky I have a great editor, Mayan Kirsten, who's here nominated tonight, and he knows how to find the moments.
Yeah.
And those moments are very undefined. There's something, sometimes they blink in a weird way, or something internally is happening that communicates through that's beyond words. And so, I think authenticity and truth, those are words that get sprung around, but I think what it really means is stuff that, we have a lot of flash and craziness, but in the end of the day, it's a real woman going through real struggles of finding her own personal identity, her own self-worth. And that is something that we all feel, editor, director, writers, actors, and when you recognize it, you know it. When you see someone who has a hole that you have, you recognize it. And I think that's what we try to find. That can be defined in many different ways, not just how they move their mouth, but how they stand, how they lean in, how they talk to somebody. So that's all about it.
Well, congratulations. It's fantastic. Thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you.
Yeah, so nice meeting you. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment below and let us know what your favorite movie of 2018 was.